Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the internet. This is ReNDoG coming at you from a third lava pump shaft in this Let's Play Minecraft Feed the Beast series. In the previous episode, we were installing overclocker units into our recyclers to try and optimize our recycling facility. And in this episode, people, we are going to be looking into a more sustainable source of Llama Power. Because guess what, guys? Our lava reservoirs at the bottom of Minecraft have dried up. That is bad news for us because our energy production is done by geothermal generators which require lava to run. And as you can see, guys, even digging a third lava pump shaft for the proboscis of our lava pumps was not good enough. This lava reservoir was actually really shallow. Looks like it was only 1 block high. So this isn't even enough lava to bother creating another shaft, and this little pool of lava is just not going to do the business. So we need to find a more sustainable source of lava, guys. And I've got really good news. One of the top comments from the previous episode spoke about a machine called a Magma Crucible. Now, what a Magma Crucible is capable of doing is converting blocks into lava at the cost of energy. So, for example, we will be able to convert cobblestone or netherrack into lava within this machine called the Magma Crucible. So thank you so very much to the Cyberdog who gave me that idea in the previous video. We are going to be exploring how to make a Magma Crucible in this episode, guys. But first and foremostly, we need to get this diamond in the belly. Having sucked out this lava has exposed another diamond over here in the lava reservoirs, which is just good freaking news. And I just want to check if there are any more diamonds down here. Yes, there are a couple more diamonds as well as a ruby. So that is sweet, man. This has been a really good area for diamonds. And this is really great news because we need diamonds to make more glass fiber cabling so that we can get all the machines of the Cyber Labs connected up to our MFE battery room. At the moment, we are having to break our glass fiber cables and only plug in what we need. And you know, it's not an optimal engineering build going up in these Cyber Labs, man. We need to max out on our wiring technology. And I think, what did we pick? We picked up 6 diamonds there, so that should make us 32 glass fiber cables, and that should allow us to at least get our machine room plugged back into the battery room. But guys, we can't be expending too much energy because we are literally running on a finite amount of lava now. What is in our lava tanks is what we have until we can get these Magma Crucibles working and find a more sustainable source of lava. As you can see, this Squidward has already sucked out all the juice out of its tank, and this Squidward is next in line to do so. So we are running out of llama, guys, and we need to get this freaking sorted ASAP. Why don't we have a quick look at the recipe? As you can see, it's not a really complicated recipe. All we need is a bucket, a machine frame, and if we have a look at the machine frame, all we need is iron, glass, and gold to make that. So that's pretty easy. A redstone reception coil just needs gold and redstone, so that's dead easy. And of course, nether brick is what we need to get from the nether. So actually, nether brick will be the most difficult thing for us to get for these Magma Crucibles. But of course, we'll just pop into the nether via our nether portal to get ourselves a bit of nether rack, which we can convert into nether brick, and then we can construct some Magma Crucibles. Now, the idea is, guys, the Magma Crucibles are going to make lava, and we're going to pump that lava directly into this golden pipe network over here to start refilling the pipes to get our quarry fired up once again. Let's have a quick look into the quarry to show you guys the progress. As you can see, we're about 10 blocks down now, which is excellent, and we should now start to get to some more juicy materials. But of course, guys, we are running out of power. Our MFE is almost halfway down, unfortunately. But guys, before we get to making the Magma Crucibles and venturing to the nether to get some netherrack, I wanted to show you that I have now completed all overclocker upgrades for each of our recyclers. Each of our recyclers is now running on 4 overclocker upgrades and is thus running at full freaking pace, man. And I cannot wait to show you this, guys. It is absolutely crazy. In the previous episode, you guys may have remembered that the infinite loop over here got completely filled with materials when the quarry was running at full pace, and that was because the recyclers were not capable of recycling material fast enough to clear up room for more materials to go inside them. But now, with these overclockers, what you will notice is that these recyclers, look how fast they run. They run at a ridiculous pace. And it is actually running so fast that this auto crafting table over here is not capable of producing enough cobblestone slabbage fast enough to keep these recyclers full. So this quarry is now running at full freaking blast, people, and it cannot actually run faster. In fact, we need to find a way to get more materials into the recycling machine at a faster rate, because as you can see, the recyclers are not running all the time. They are recycling so fast that they're actually turning off. So we still need to do a little bit more optimization. We may even perhaps need a second quarry to be running alongside that quarry, but we'll be looking into that in future episodes. I've also changed the timer interval on our ticker over here to about 20 seconds, and that's because the dispenser wasn't filling up fast enough to really have this thing ticking over every 5 seconds. And let me tell you guys, the ticking noise this thing makes really starts to drive you crazy, especially when you've been spending a couple hours in the cyber labs, man. So I've changed it to 20 seconds now, and now I hardly notice the tick, which is sweet. But we've been getting a steady supply of jazz up in here. Unfortunately, nothing really exciting yet, but hopefully, as this quarry runs further and as we start to recycle more materials, we will hopefully get some diamonds and more, some iridium and some of the rarer items out of our recycling facility. But guys, I need to turn the quarry off now, because if we have a look at our MFE, that drained 100,000 units of energy, and that was literally about 2 minutes worth of quarrification. And as we are running on limited lava supplies up in here, man, we need to conserve our energy as much as possible. We need to conserve our energy for our magma crucibles, which we're going to be installing near the end of this episode. But guys, before we can even think about making magma crucibles, we're going to have to get ourselves to the nether, because we need to stock up on netherrack. Netherrack is the material that we are going to be converting into magma via our magma crucibles. Of course, we don't want to be using our cobblestone, because that's going through the recyclers. So guys, let's get our buttholes into the nether. This is going to be the first time that you guys have seen the nether in this series. Unfortunately, I wish that it could be more exciting. So I haven't really done any work down in the nether, unfortunately, guys. Nothing exciting to show you. And I do believe that this nether world is a pre-1.5 world, so there isn't even nether quartz up in this jazz, man. So it's a pretty old nether world, and I wish it was more exciting, guys, but unfortunately not. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is literally just farm 6 or 7 stacks worth of netherrack. I'm going to throw this puppy into fast forward mode, and I will see you guys on the other side of this plan. We'll have enough netherrack to get back to the cyber labs and start crafting our magma crucibles. See you on the other side of this plan, my friends. Kablam! Alright, Cyber Dogs, we are back. I have managed to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of netherrack. In fact, I am 4 blocks away from 6 full stacks of netherrack. So let's just make sure our OCD is covered there, guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of netherrack. I hear the sound of ghasts that are ready to spit their fiery globules at me, so I'm getting the jazz out of this place, guys. Let's get back into the cyber labs and into the machine room. It's time to make some magma crucibles. Man, this is going to be absolutely awesome. So I've got everything that we need over here, guys, to make and install our magma crucibles. So let's get busy, getting freaking busy crafting over here, guys. So what we need to start off with is some buckets. Now we're going to be making 5 magma crucibles. So all we're going to need is 5 buckets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buckets in the belly. And next up, what we need is this machine frame. Really easy to make: iron, gold, and glass. So let's see if we can remember this. Irons, gold in the middle, and glass up in here. Sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And what's next? The redstone reception coil, just gold and redstone. So that is pretty damn basic, just like this. Gold and redstone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those required. And now what we need is copper. So we've got the copper, and what we need next, guys, is this nether brick. Now, how the jazz do we get nether brick? Well, let's have a look through the recipes. So it looks like we can get nether brick from an induction smelter. We can also get nether brick from a compressor. That's interesting. We actually have a compressor right here, so we're going to be able to make that nether brickage. But unfortunately, what we do not have is power to this compressor. So what we're going to have to do now, guys, is use our newly found 6 diamonds plus some silver to make some more glass fiber cables so that we can wire up our compressor back to the energy grid. Let's just get a little bit more glass over here. And this is going to be, I mean, I'm so happy we found those diamonds, because this means we're able to rewire the machine room. Currently, the machine room is not wired up quite, you know, and that does suck. we have so many awesome machines in here, and none of them are plugged in, so it's kind of annoying. I think I'm just going to make 24 glass fiber cables. I want to preserve 2 diamonds at least. You know, you never know what you might need them for. So I think 24 should be enough. Let's drop into the Cyberlabs maintenance level. We've already got a line running in this general direction. And of course, here is our compressor. So we can just install that quite easily. And that should be good enough, actually. I don't think we'll install anything else for now. We don't actually need it. So we'll hang on to this glass fiber cable until we actually need to plug in a few more machines. But here is our compressor, and all we got to do is throw some netherrack up in this jazz, and we should be getting nether brickage out of this nether rack, which is totally freaking sweet. This is probably going to take some time for the nether rack to be compressed, guys. So I tell you what, man, I'm going to kaplam this bad boy, and on the other side of this kaplam, we'll be in the warehouse digging out as much nether brick as we possibly can. We'll see you back in a couple seconds, guys. Kaplam! Alright, Cyberdogs, we are back in the warehouse, and I'm about to pick up the last 2 nether bricks from one of these chests. Here they are. So we've got the 10 nether bricks that we require to make our magma crucibles. Let's get our butts back into the machine room and get these magma crucibles built so that we can get them installed in the Cyber Labs maintenance level, man. This is going to be sweet. So let's see, can we remember what the magma crucible recipe looks like? Looks a little something like that. So that's a pretty basic recipe. Nether brick on the sides of a machine frame, redstone reception coil underneath, and copper ingots underneath, I believe. Was that right? And a bucket, yes, and a bucket on top of it all. So 5 magma crucibles in the belly. Nice, sweet. Oh man, you know what time it is, man? It is magma crucible 5 time. Magma crucibles require engines to run, and I'm a big fan of the electrical engine, especially because we can just plug it straight into our energy network. So here's a recipe for an electrical engine. As you can see, very, very simple. I've got the pistons already made. I've got the tin gears already made. We've got a piece of glass up in the middle there and some tin on the top. We need 5 of these engines because we are making 5 magma crucibles. So 5 electrical engines now completed, and we are now ready to head down into the Cyberlabs maintenance level to install our automatic Llama Power generating machines. And damn, this is going to be sweet. So what I thought we would do, right, is install them around about in the same location as the quarry on and off switches. We're also going to be using levers to turn our magma crucibles on and off. And by the way, guys, I've now plugged in a few more machines of the machine room while I was waiting for that nether brick to build. And I think what I'll do is just plug in the macerator too. You know, while we're at it, we might as well get all of our machines plugged in and running. There we go, nicely done, sweet. Now our machine room is back up and running at full capacity, which is awesome. But very first and foremost, guys, what we need to do is install our engines. So let's get our engines in place. Now these engines are going to be taking power from this glass fiber cable, which is connected to the MFE over here. And what we're going to be doing is very similar to what we did with the quarry. We're going to be adding a marble wall in front of these engines, and then levers will be able to turn the engines on and off. Now, turning the engines on and off will thusly turn the magma crucibles on and off. So, you know, hopefully it's all going to work out really nicely. Let's get our magma crucibles installed on top of these electrical engines As you can see, they look really freaking awesome, man. Oh man, they look awesome. And what we can do now is use our wrench to get the engines facing in the correct direction, just like that. Sweet. So now our Magma Crucibles are going to have power. And oops, we've turned this one around. There we go. So that's looking good. We want the business end of the crucible to face in this direction. And what we'll do now is add another layer of marble blockage up in here and get the levers installed. So these levers are going to be the on-off switches for our Magma Crucibles. And I think what we can do also is actually skeleton just roasted to death. I think why don't we add some glass in front of them just like that. And let's complete the whole look with another wall on this side and another wall on this side. That is looking awesome. Okay, great. So check it out, right? If we flick this Magma Crucible on, you'll see that it is now working nicely. But we need to configure this Magma Crucible so that the lava of the Magma Crucible comes out of the correct butthole. As you can see, we've got a blue butthole and we have an orange butthole. And it's the orange butthole that delivers the lava. So if we use this bottom right square over here in the configuration tab of the Magma Crucible, we are telling the Magma Crucible to send its lava out of this butthole. And of course, what we've got is our golden waterproof pipes. So the lava is going to come out of there. It's going to flow down into some pipage over here. And this pipage is going to go all the way into this loop over here and start to refill our lava reservoirs. That is, of course, if these Magma Crucibles actually work. We're going to shortly discover if that is the case. What we first need to do, guys, is make sure that all of these Magma Crucibles are configured correctly. So magma lava to come out of here, to come out of the backside of the Magma Crucible. And as you can see, this is the tank, right? This is the lava tank in which the lava is going to be stored. And this is the slot in which we're going to put the netherrack to actually start the process of turning netherrack into lava. Now let's check if we have enough golden waterproof transport pipes. We're going to need an iron transport pipe at some point also, so that the lava doesn't come back and from this loop into the Magma Crucible. So that is cool. Looks like we are gonna not have enough golden waterproof pipe, unfortunately, but we should have enough for that Magma Crucible. We just need 3 or so more golden waterproof pipe. So guys, I'm gonna go and get a hold of that golden waterproof pipe, and I'll bring you back in 1 second, where we will turn on these Magma Crucibles and watch them working for the first time. Damn, I did that fast, man. My head is spinning. Anyway, let's get the last of these golden waterproof transport pipes installed. Now, this means all of the lava generated by these Magma Crucibles is going to go directly into these golden transport pipes, down this pipe, into our loop of golden waterproof transport pipes, and our tanks are going to start getting refilled, thus giving our Squidwards more juice to suck on. So that is the goal, and hopefully it's going to work, guys. Let's get these Magma Crucibles set up. Let's get some netherrack into each of them, and hopefully this is going to work. Now the real question is, can we generate enough lava to make up for the loss of energy that is going to be consumed by the by these Magma Crucibles? I guess only time will tell, guys. So why don't we turn the Magma Crucibles on? What we should see is nothing happening, and that's probably because the redstone configuration is set incorrectly. As you can see over here, the redstone control says control status enabled. That means that it requires a redstone signal to be turned on, and because we've got this block over here working, I think that this, well, because we don't have any redstone signal going into the Magma Crucibles, that is why they're not running. So what we're going to do is just click in this area over here, and that is actually going to disable the that is going to disable the redstone requirements of this Magma Crucible, and that means that this engine should start running, but it is not running for some reason. And oh, here we go. This is why, because this was broken. Okay, there we go. So the engines should start running now, just like that. Okay, so the engines are running, right? So I broke that, that cabling, unfortunately. Duh. Now, what we need to make sure, though, is I think this Magma Crucible is... Okay, so now it's not working at all. And if we just click here and change this jazz slightly, let's see what happens. Control state is disabled. Okay, there we see. Okay, so we can see that it's starting to gather power, right? Let's see if this one is gathering power. So this one is also gathering power. Let's disable the requirement of a redstone signal, just in case that is the problem here. I'm assuming that these things need a bit of time to heat up. I think they probably need a minimum amount of energy before they actually work. So you can see that all of these Magma Crucibles are starting to store up energy now. Right, let's have a look at our MFE and have a look at how fast this MFE is being drained. And wow, that MFE is completely out of power, people. That is not good news. We need to get into the power plant room and turn some of these Squidwards on, man. Squidwards, you need to get busy, man. We have got problems. First world problems up in here, man. I think what we'll do is, now that we have a bit more glass fiber cabling, let's get all of the Squidwards installed too, and connected up by one glass fiber cable through the middle of the Squidward Hotel. And let's get all of these Squidwards fired up. This guy is completely empty. Man, he is hungry, but there's nothing I can do for you at the moment, my friend. Let's have a look. Okay, so the MFE is recharging at a faster rate than it is using power. Now what we need to make sure is that these Magma Crucibles are creating lava faster than the Squidwards are consuming it. Now I have no idea how to check that, but I guess what we're going to have to do is wait for the first delivery of lava. Let's just make sure this iron transport pipe is configured correctly. There we go. I think, yeah, so where the black lines, where you see the black lines, I think that indicates that this is where the no part of the iron transport pipe is. So you cannot go past, you shall not pass this point of the iron transport pipe. But guys, let's, oops, no, my bad. There we go. Do not wrench your Magma Crucibles, people. Okay, so the first Magma Crucible we turned on is on 6,000 MJs of energy. This guy is on, oh, they're all around the same, right? So let's see how much energy do they require before they actually spit out a globule of lava. 6,000, 7,000. Alright guys, it looks to be working now. I don't think it actually matters what the redstone control is. I think it just literally required a certain amount of energy stored up to actually work. Looks like around about 12,000 MJs stored. But as you can see, all of the Magma Crucibles are now smelting down netherrack, and I assume when this bar finishes, it is going to create some lava, and that lava is going to come out of the butthole of these Magma Crucibles and hopefully into our lava reservoir tank. So let's keep an eye on this, guys. Let's have a look at how much lava we are going to get. So wow, that's quite a decent amount of lava actually from 5 Magma Crucibles. That should be going all the way along here into our yeah, there we go, right through the iron pipe there, and now it's going to be refilling our tank slowly but surely. Hopefully, well, it didn't seem to make too much of a difference, but that was quite a generous amount of lava created, so that is a good thing, guys. I think what I'm going to do is play around with the settings, just check the numbers also, just to make sure you know, that we are not consuming too much power than, you know, I mean, we want to find an equilibrium, right? Like maybe having all of the Squidwards running at the same time is a bad idea. Maybe we don't need to use all of the Squidwards. We just need to use as many Squidwards as required so that this MFE is always charging, because that means that the crucibles are using less energy than we are making out of lava. So let's turn off some of these Squidwards, and that'll give us a general idea of how many Squidwards are required to reach a balance, to reach an equilibrium between our Magma Crucibles and our Squidwards. But this is looking good, man. I don't know how much lava that created. It doesn't look like it created a ton of it, But if, as soon as we reach that equilibrium I was talking about, we'll be able to, sort of AFK a bit and let these magma crucibles do their work and make, a ton of lava. It looks like the cycles are quite slow. It looks like the magma crucibles need to recharge their power before they can actually make another sort of spit worth of lava. So it looks like it's quite a long process just to make a bit of lava, but it is an infinite source of lava, which is excellent. And man, that was really, really fun crafting these magma crucibles. Thanks again so much to the guys who told me about the Magma Crucible in the comments section below. Remember guys, if you've got any hints or tips for me for this Feed the Beast series, you can put them in the comments section below. I read all of your comments and I appreciate them all. I've got so many great ideas from you guys, so just keep them coming, man. If you've enjoyed this episode, guys, why don't you show me the love by hitting that like button? And if you haven't subscribed, well, here is a subscribe button that you can smack immediately. Guys, I cannot wait to see you in the next Feed the Beast episode, where we're going to check if our Magma Crucible setup is actually worth keeping. Guys, this has been ReNDoG playing Minecraft Feed the Beast. We'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, my friends.